Good morning, my gorgeous friends on the internet. How you guys doing today? I'm very excited because I gave you a challenge on creating a game in exactly 1 hour. You had to film yourself and post it to me. And we're gonna get to pick out a winner. Actually, you're gonna get to pick out a winner. And that winner is also gonna get a special prize. Find out at the end of this episode. What's the special prize? I don't even know yet. And if you like the idea of this episode, give it a like. And if it gets a lot of likes, we're gonna do more. Maybe build out a website in an hour. So I think that's pretty cool. So give it a like and let's take a look at all the games that you guys send me. So the first person who sent me his video is a guy named Devasting, and he used Unity to build out an old classical game called Asteroids. If you've never heard about Asteroids, then I'm a boomer. But the also cool thing that he did was he used Photoshop to build out all the assets. And this is something I actually didn't specify in the challenge, if you're able to use predefined assets or not. And the reason why I did this was I thought it would be interesting to see if people actually add it before the video or they do it on the spot. I thought this was a bit more challenging to do as well. But he did, he started from scratch. And I mean, to be honest, okay, Asteroids doesn't really have that complex assets. You just have like a triangle and some bullets and stuff like that. So let's take a look at what he did here. Now at around minute 40, he was actually very far ahead. He got all the assets working, everything was nicely imported, the character was moving just fine, but the collision was not there yet. So whenever he gets hit by one of those rocks, he should die. And also the ability to shoot. So as you can see, this game in its nutshell is quite easy. You just have some colliders, you hitting the rocks, you die and you can shoot, and if you shoot the rocks, they're gonna be destroyed. So at around minute 50, he already started implementing the colliding logic right here. So he did the laser right there and also the player ship getting collided to the rocks. And that's gonna be it. So after this, all that's left to do is to make some UI, make this presentable, have a screen to start the game, and he was ready to go. So he did very well in 1 hour. Now let's actually check out the game and see how it is. Okay, here we go, let's play Asteroids. I haven't played Asteroids since this country was in communism, but let's give it a shot. So restart, and there we go. We are moving, we are flying. Oh my goodness, the controls are kind of hard a bit, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, okay. So the acceleration is quite difficult, and I feel like I'm losing control. So maybe this could be improved a bit, because I feel like I cannot move at all sometimes. So if I push ahead a bit, like, I know the idea is that you can kind of just go in one direction. So where the pointy thing is, that's the only place you can go. But it feels still a bit clunky. But let me try to shoot. Like, the game works perfectly fine. Woo, look at that. We get all the lasers. And there's 2 more. We can do this. Come on, everybody. 1 more. No, I'm gonna collide. I'm never gonna collide. Ooh. Trick shot, there we go. I think we won. Did we win? I think we won. So there we go. Okay, let's try to just stop the ship and call it a day. Why you do this? Stop the ship. So the next person that decided to join this lovely challenge is a person called Trixflood, and he has a gorgeous wallpaper here, as you can see, and hopefully you were not distracted by all the other things right here. But there is one special thing on the screen. So our friend here decided to create a Minesweeper kind of clone, and he went full on primal mode. He just used HTML, CSS and JavaScript to build this out. As you can see, he's on Windows 7 right there. I'm not sure why, but he's building out all the boxes. He's coding so fast. Actually, this video sped up, I'm not joking. Or maybe he just drank a lot of coffee and drank a Coca-Cola. Okay, there we go. He has the red on the screen. He's building the dots. Boom, boom, boom. That's how my pimples look like when I was in puberty. And there we go. We have 20 boxes. He did the concatenation right there. I'm not sure if you saw. And he's calculating all the necessary stuff to make Minesweeper. There we go. Take a look at that. Wow. Okay, let's see the end product here. And we also need to test this out. Here's the final game. Challenge game. We have 10 bombs and we have a bunch of these things. Okay, now I like that you added the animation. That's a nice touch right there. So let's click. Ah! Okay, let's do another try. So let's go on this one. Okay, green. Green always means good, if you know what I mean. Let's do an... Okay, so let me give you a cool idea, because if you haven't played Minesweeper, this might be harder to implement. So the idea of the game is pretty cool because you're generating these bombs automatically, and you're basically adding this green class or whatever when you're missing. Okay, here's another challenge for you. I like the game, but for now, to make it play like Minesweeper, what you need to do, and if you haven't played Minesweeper, the way that works is when I'm close to a bomb, it actually shows me a number that it's like you have a decent bomb next to you. So what you can do maybe is make this orange, telling you that, hey, you have a bomb close to you, and maybe green when the surrounded boxes don't have bombs. I think that would make it work better and give you the ability to also finish the game, or actually complete the game, because right now this is kind of impossible. But good job, like the idea is very cool, and oh, look how many I got. Wow, okay, we're on a roll here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. Okay, so good job. This is very fun, and you build it in an hour. It's pretty crazy. I don't think I could have done it, so good job. The next game is a Tetris clone, still built out with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which is quite impressive. I'm not sure how you guys do these in 1 hour, but what he did was he used Canvas to basically implement all the graphics on the screen. So let's give this a shot, let's play it, see if it works out. So here we go, we have Tetris. So we can move around the screen perfectly fine, and we can press down to basically make this move faster. Let's see, can we do it with space? That would be nice. We cannot, we just need to tap down, but that's fine. Still pretty impressive. These also generate a random color. Can we flip these around? I think we can. I just don't know the button here. Flip it! Flip it! Control. No, maybe we need to click on the screen. No, we don't. Okay, let's figure this out. Oh, there we go. We need to press Q to rotate. So that works. All right. And let's push this down. Let's see if these actually close up the way they are supposed to. And they do. Wow. And we also have a scoreboard on top. This is impressive to create in an hour with all of this logic and in JavaScript. Because to be honest, in Unity, you do have the advantage of Unity just giving you all the 2D colliders and basically physics and all of those. If you're doing it by hand with JavaScript without using any libraries, you're gonna have to do that manually. So this is very, very impressive. And this is the first actually like fully, I would say, playable game that's quite good. So props to you. Let's see what happens when we die. The one thing I would have liked, even if it would be instant, is to just press space or something and instantly put this block down, so I don't have to keep spamming the arrow key down. But there we go, it resets, everything works fine. So yeah, this is a very nice fully built out game. Next up we have Mikolash, who took an interesting approach, and I didn't expect to see this, but he actually started using React Native to build out a Tic Tac Toe game. So this is very interesting. He built out a full-on mobile game, and I'm curious to see how this one goes. Okay, so I actually just loaded it up here in the browser, didn't actually get the app so we can all see it in its full glory. So let's tap to play. Account level queue. Oh no, we have to wait. Well, this is taking a while to load up, so let's tell a story. When I was a little child, little DevEd used to go to school, and for breakfast we would get a bag of milk. It was a triangle looking shape milk, and you would get a straw and you needed to drink that. But I didn't like it. So what I would end up doing is I would take the milk and would put it in my bag, and I would go home and give it to the cats. And the cats were really digging it, they were having a party, so everything was just fine, right? Well, yeah. But one day I actually got 2 bags. I'm not sure what the story is behind that, why I got 2 bags. Maybe I was a good little kid, but I got 2 bags and I put both of them in my backpack. Really happy, the cats are gonna be obese, everybody's happy. Well, I ended up going on the bus, and for some reason I leaned back on my bag and the milk exploded. It was a mess. It was not pretty. So I was really scared. I didn't want to show my mom that my whole bag is full of milk. So I ended up going to the bathroom really fast without her noticing. I would wash it and clean it, and the cats were sad and I was sad. Is this game loading up today? Okay, next up is a guy named Noir Nerd built out a game. I'm not sure what the game is, but I thought that the description in his video was quite funny, so let's give it a read. Doing a develop game in an hour challenge by DevEd. This was really tough, but also quite fun. The end result is weird and not really a finished game at all, but good to see what one could do in such a short time frame. I think I went a bit OTT with my ambitions with the game and made the remit a bit too complex for the time period. Using React with A-frame is probably an okay idea, but my lack of familiarity with using A-frame with React made it so I lost a lot of time on that. Okay, Mr. Time Lord, let's see where you screwed up. Okay, so my Tic Tac Toe game actually loaded up. Tic Tac Toe, click. There we go, something went wrong. Okay, we're gonna give this some time. Let's go back to Time Lord. Everybody a gangsta until Time Lord actually tries to build out something in 3D. So this is very interesting. Everybody built out 2D games so far because generally that's very easy to make, or just way easier and faster to make than building out a half-decent 3D game. So I appreciate the effort and the ambition right here. But this is one of the first problems that can potentially fail you this kind of challenge. And let me kind of give you my experience with game development. When I started picking out game development and I had an awesome idea, it was generally just too complex or too big, especially if it's 3D. And then you end up wasting weeks and weeks and weeks to get something playable. So this is something that is very important, especially when you're getting into game development. I'm not saying Time Lord is getting into game development. He might be a pro for all I know, and he just tried to be super ambitious. But speaking from my experience when I did game development, is that if you have a larger project, especially if it's 3D, it's gonna take a ton of time. So generally what people will tell you when you're starting out in game development is to build out super simple stuff. So actually the idea for this game is very good, I think, and I give you tons of props. So basically you navigate through VR and the objective is to find one of these boxes. So in this case you have to find the pink box. So again, you have to navigate through VR, and once you find the box you win the game. So the amount that you did in 1 hour is very impressive. I don't want to take that away from you. It's very good, and I'm pretty sure if I would have given you an entire day, you would have done it perfectly awesome and it would have been fully playable. However, for now, I want to apologize because the Tetris game that we saw was actually fully playable, and in here there were things that were still missing, such as maybe having a timer. So if you don't find the pink box in 30 seconds or a minute, then you lose the game, and have the UI there to restart the game and things of that sort. So this was more of a prototype, and again, it's great, it's awesome. Why you do this? What have I done to you, my friend? Load up the game. Next up, our friend Florent Pa decided to join the competition. He tried to build out a snake game using Python. Actually, that's a lie, he didn't, but he didn't do it. It took him an hour and 30 minutes, so he decided to come back in full force and build out a Flappy Bird clone right here. So as you can see, his balls were already flying on the screen. It was a good day, he was prepared, he drank his coffee, and let's see what happened. So there we go, jiggly balls all around. So there we go, 27 minutes in, the walls were automatically regenerating themselves and putting themselves at random locations. All that's left to do is to just make some minor adjustments to the movement of jumping, and also changing up the assets to something a bit nicer, and the collision as well. Close to the end at minute 47, he was frantically searching for the cock there on the screen, but he decided to pick out a nice bird. And which one is he gonna go for? Is he gonna go for the flying bird? Wow, let's take a look. Is he gonna find it? Is he gonna find what he's looking for? He missed the lovebirds. He's gonna search for Flappy Bird. Ah, there's no match for you. And there we go. That's the one. No, he changed his mind. His time's racing. He's going to the next page. I usually do that, but on other websites, I end up on page 48. There we go. He found the angry birds, and he's making it a Flappy Bird. Close to the end at minute 54, he decided to frantically search for some audio to add to his game, and he found it. And all it's left to do is to just copy paste some code from V3 schools. There we go, paste, copy, paste. That's the way we develop, everybody. Change that to WAV, make that work. Perfect. And there we go, he managed to add the image of the bird. We have the sounds, we also have the walls and a score to keep track. Hold up a minute. What is Florin doing again? He's searching for the cock. Oh my goodness, the 2-minute cock run. Is he gonna find another cock for his game? Oh my goodness, I didn't expect this one. And there it is, everybody. Another cock added to the game. Oh my goodness, how is this gonna play out? What's gonna happen? 2 cocks on the screen, no way. We have to play this. So the way this works is actually you have 2 buttons. You have Z for this one to jump and X for the other one. So you kind of have to do it together here to get this going. And we have the special sound effects of Florin Pop saying bing, and there we go. Oh my goodness. Next up, Mr. Siphon Codebase decided to build out a game that I actually played before on my phone. So this is kind of a stacking game, and if you don't know, the concept of it is you have these moving blocks and you have to stack them on top of each other, and they sped up after a while, and they become also shorter, and if you miss the stack, then you lose the game. He also decided to make it with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which I appreciate because it's a bit more difficult, and obviously using Canvas, you have all of the necessary tools to build out a game like this. Okay, so he did the drawing here and changing the colors, and let me kind of show you the end product here. If we skip ahead, as you can see, you basically have these moving blocks, and when they stack up, you have to click and hopefully get them right on top of each other. Hello guys, this is Web Dev Simplified here, simplifying the web for you. No, I missed. Concentrate, power, will, determination. Look at that, perfect stacking. Perfect. It's not perfect. Just my like my life. It's not perfect. Hit. Okay, we're 20. I just want 50. Just give me a nice 50. There we go. We going up the chain, boys. 24. Click. Maximilian Schwarzmüller would be proud of me. Click. More. More. Oh, it's starting to speed up. I don't like the way this goes. There we go. We're doing good. Just need to focus. We just need to focus up in here. Click. Click. Clicking as a millionaire. Can we get up to 1 million so I can put a nice title? Ah! Our fellow YouTuber Tyler Potts also decided to build out a game for us using JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. And basically this is one of those space shooter type of games, but instead of using a spaceship and some weird asteroids, he decided to use colorful balls. So I always appreciate that. So here we go. Let's take a quick look on how it plays out. There we go, here's all our ball shooter game, and we can shoot balls. Can we move around? Very nice. When we get hit, unfortunately, nothing really happens when we get hit, but we can shoot them, which is nice, and we do get points. So this is a game for your children. If they don't like, oh, you actually lose the points, which is cool. Okay, so you just clickety clackety, and actually, you know what? Even when you miss, you lose. So that's what I wanted to say. If you miss and you lose, that's pretty cool. Okay, so actually, I don't know why, but I find this quite fun. I could spend hours on this. And when I go to sleep, all I see is balls in my face. Next up, our friend IcySoft here built out a game, and I'm not entirely sure what it does, but it's some sort of robot detector. It detects you if you're a robot or not. So I watched it. I cannot really tell, so let's just give it a shot and play it. Are you a robot? Remember the CAPTCHA, that's simple enough if you're not a robot. Okay. ADDYO. Okay, so it automatically stops it for me and I have to type it so I can see it for a few seconds. ADDYO. Check. And we get 1 point. Okay, so it speeds up a bit. Damn it, I didn't see that one. Ah, okay, again. PCBEE. Check. No, PCBEE. I can guarantee you that Traversy Media would not have any mistakes in this one because he's not a human. Mr. Deep Mavada used Unity to build out this auto-runner game with a ninja, and the game name is Gorgeous Ninja. And you have to destroy Discord because that's your life goal. So he did it in about 19 minutes, everybody. Very impressive. So let's take a look on how it turned out. Okay, so this is using WebGL. Turn on the music. Oh my goodness. Simple enough. I can jump and we can destroy. Oh no, oh no. Whoa, it kind of bugged out there. I'm stuck in space. Space, 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 space. Okay, I think we need to refresh this. Oh, I came back. What is this? So you can never die. Okay, so here's where you kind of mess up the physics a bit, where this gains exponential speed. If you keep pressing space, it kind of adds up to it and it keeps going faster and faster. So as you can see, if I fall, it keeps falling and falling faster. It doesn't fall at the same speed. So if I press space multiple times, it's gonna shoot me up in the sky like that. Okay, so I just passed through it, so it's actually not that dangerous, but let's destroy it anyways. Gorgeous Ninja, there we go. Okay, there we go. I want to fly a bit. There we go. A bit of flying. What happens at the end of the stage? It's gonna be Maximilian Schwarzwimmer. I tell you. Maximilian Schumacher is gonna show up in the end. And nobody's showing up. Okay, so I'm guessing this is generated randomly and it keeps going infinitely. Oh, never mind. Okay, we actually hit the end wall there. Okay, that's Gorgeous Ninja right there for you. And our final challenger on building out a game in 1 hour was Coding Garden with CJ, who decided to take it to the next level and build out a Dungus game using backend and frontend, allowing multiple users to join his game at the same time and clicking the little Dunguses to collect points. So let's see how it turned out. So as you can see here, he used HTML, CSS and JavaScript from the front end, and he used Node in the backend using Socket.io to be able to connect multiple users to the game. But all of a sudden, somebody wrote a script and Dunkuses started exploding on CJ Garden's screen, and it looked like my bathroom on a Sunday morning. And then other weird things started happening on the screen that I just cannot explain. So that's gonna be it. Hope you enjoyed this one. And the winner is gonna be, well, you can pick out any winner that you want. Go down in the comments right now. There's gonna be a Twitter poll up down below, and pick out your favorite game, and the winner is gonna get 3 courses for free. It can be my course, any Udemy course, whatever you want. Okay, so that's what the winner is gonna get. Please check out everybody who's joined. Their links are gonna be in the description. Thank you very much. This has been extremely fun. Let's do it again. Again, give it a like if you wanna see one done with websites. And hopefully this encourages you guys to join and have some fun. Okay, that's gonna be it. Until next time.